Alright, so we are going to talk about the partial products algorithm. Algorithm is a fancy way to say how to solve a problem. Okay, it's a method. So partial products will help us get answers to somewhat difficult problems such as 2-digit times 1-digit. So if we look at 7 times 46, we can think of, well, we have 40 and 6. So if we have 7 40s, we know that 7 times 4 is 28, and then we add a 0. If we have 7 6s, we know that 7 times 6 is 42. And then we add 280 plus 42, and we get 322. So I'm going to show you the next problem, problem number 1, 34 times 2. Some of you may have already done this in your head, but let's talk about how we could solve this problem. So how would I break this apart to do partial products? Lisa?
40 times 7.
I'm sorry, what was that?
40 times 7 or 4 times 7.
Okay, over here. This one. So 34 times 2. So what can I do first?
30 plus times 2.
So I have 2 30s. And then Lisa, what would that be? What's 2 times 30? Okay, so that's 60. Because if that was too difficult, we could say, well, 2 times 3 is 6. All I have to do is add a 0. And then Lisa, what do we still have to do?
4 times 2.
And then we have 2 4s. And then these two factors, 2 times 4, give us what product?
8.
8. So if I add 60 plus 8, Lisa, what would I get?
60.
68. Perfect. All right, Zoe, do you want to go to the board and use a whiteboard marker to show problem number 2? You guys can all try problem number 2 on your paper if you'd like. 83 times 5. This is journal page 214, so it's right in your book.
So when I see 83 times 5, I always put 80 plus 3, and then I would do times 5. And then I do 5 times 3, which is 15, and then 80 times 5, which is 400, and then I add it, and then it would equal 415.
Great, so Zoe's doing the same exact thing I did, but she just didn't write the work the same way, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to write the work exactly as I showed it. If this makes sense to Zoe, if it makes sense to you, if there's a different way that you would break apart 83 into 80 plus 3, then you can do whatever works for you to solve the problem. Okay, so we have 3 more problems for you to do. I want you guys to try these in your book. Thank you, Ahmed, for videotaping. We're all done with this one.